Well, good evening, YouTube friends and Facebook friends. I watched several hours of what's going on in Washington, D.C., and things to me don't add up. The individuals that came into those 4 vans that actually looked like an additional group that was not quote-unquote patriots, but were actually potentially paid protesters, dressed very similar to 2 different groups that are noted for causing trouble. They did not look like the standard, ordinary American quote-unquote patriot that was there protesting, and they were not dressed for peaceful protest. In many instances during the videos that I was watching, they were basically dressed for combat. So kind of sort of the way I see it, I really don't care for violence. I don't care for causing trouble. I don't care for breaking and entering and looting and stealing and destroying businesses and destroying other people's lives. All of that is uncalled for. Now, you say you want to, quote-unquote, peaceful protest, but yet you're dressed for combat. So, if you're dressed for combat, kind of, sort of the way I see it, if you're trespassing and you're breaking and entering and you're destroying private property, let alone federal property, I kind of hate to say it, but you get what you deserve. And unfortunately, someone was killed today. Necessarily, unnecessarily, it's irrelevant. Kind of. But if that individual or any of the individuals were inside that building unlawfully and unjustly, they kind of sort of get what they deserve, basically. Destroying government property, destroying private property, destroying somebody's business, it's worthless. Why even go there? You know, you break into somebody's house, very good possibility you'll probably get shot. This individual was in the U.S. Capitol building illegally. I hate to say it, but whoever shot her, it was wrong, number one, unless it was a law enforcement protecting the property like they're supposed to. In which case, there should be no disciplinary action until hypothetically after they do an internal affairs investigation and find out the reason behind it and audit the videos of the entire area, find out exactly who shot who. At this point, I have seen no evidence that the White House staff was the one that shot her. Don't know if one of the protesters shot her. whoever shot her, unfortunately now, her family and or her friends has lost a friend. Hopefully, she didn't have any kids. She's a big girl. Looked like a woman, looked like an adult. She made her own decisions to enter that property, enter that building. I hate to say it, but she created her own incident. It's unfortunate that the 60-some years of my life, I've seen the United States change a lot. And it's not really changing for the good. And I've met some beautiful people. I've taught many seminars. I've given many presentations. I've taken hundreds of hours of classes and seminars in specific areas of expertise. And breaking and entering is not condoned by any sector of life that I've seen. If someone chooses to put themselves in harm's way, then that person, unfortunately, will potentially get what they deserve. So, anyway, like I said, it's unfortunate that she got killed. But on one hand, she put herself in that situation. Yeah, you can go to the Washington, D.C. and you can protest. You can do it peacefully. If stuff goes south and it's an undesirable situation, leave the area. You say it's a peaceful protest, but yet stuff starts going south and stuff hits the fan? Do you really think it's smart to use common sense to leave that area? I would probably say yes. It would be a good idea to leave that area. If you want to continue on after you see things not turning out right, to continue to stay there and not only put yourself in harm's way, but potentially putting someone else in harm's way, possibly trying to protect you and or trying to get you to leave. Either way you look at it, you're still putting not only yourself in harm's way, but you're also putting the person that's trying to enforce the law in harm's way. If someone was shooting at you and they missed and killed somebody else, an innocent bystander, hypothetically, you just killed them because you were causing the problem that caused the discharge from the firearm that killed the other person. So, with that being said, I know I'm probably going to catch some flack on this because a lot of people don't like guns. That's cool, understandable. You don't like them, don't buy them. Personally, I would rather own a gun and not need it rather than not have a gun and actually need it. I don't know the total situation. Everything is still under investigation as to why and how and who shot this woman. But unfortunately, the bottom line is she died. Now, if there's other groups infiltrating, quote unquote, the Trump group, the patriots of the United States, to try to cause trouble, if you're in that building causing trouble, damaging property, destroying private property, destroying federal property, you get what you deserve. If you're in the building, hypothetically, those officers should have arrested every one of them that was in the building. Understandable, there was several thousand, and that would probably totally be impossible. But nevertheless, the officers had a duty to protect that facility. I don't agree with guns. I don't agree with killing people. But a job is a job, and a duty is a duty as a law enforcement officer to enforce the law and protect federal property and state property. So it looks like my battery is getting ready to die, so I'm going to make this short and sweet and say, if you like what I've got to say, please subscribe. Please hit the notification button, because I don't know how long this will stay on the internet or when someone will decide to, quote unquote, fact check me and block my video and or block the link, because after I post it to YouTube, I'll post the link also on Facebook. That way you can go back and forth either to Facebook or to YouTube to watch my other posts and videos. So with that being said, God bless. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope God provides you with everything that you need. Good health, good finances. God will take care of those who believe in Him and will provide for those that believe in Him. Sooner or later, everyone will have to answer to their own deeds. Destroying private property, causing situations where somebody gets killed is totally uncalled for. There's ways to do this unviolently in your own states. I understand that this protest was one of the biggest and largest I've ever seen in my 64 years of birth on this planet. I've never seen a movement other than the protests on Vietnam in my 64 years. But there's a way to do things, and there's a way not to do things. Getting people killed is not the way to do things. Causing trouble that causes someone to get killed is not the way to do things. So with that being said, it's now 14 minutes long. I hope and pray everyone is okay. I hope and pray everyone has a great 2021. And hopefully the United States don't go to the rest of the dogs like it's starting to, especially if communism starts getting into the United States and causing more trouble than it already has. So if you understand and you agree with what I'm saying, please subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.